Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new trying new makeup, and I am really excited to test out some of these products. So I am going to be trying out the new Nars eyeshadow palette. This is the Ignited eyeshadow palette, and I am so excited about this. I also have a gift here, which I'm super excited to try out. This is from Hourglass. It's their new Ambient Lighting Volume 4 palette. So we have some face shades to play with. I did pick up a couple things when Sephora extended their sale. So these two I picked up for myself. This is the Fenty Beauty Match Stick. I'm super curious. I'm not quite sure this is gonna work out, but I've wanted it for a while. So I got it, and then I'm going to be giving Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks another try. I picked up the shade Pillow Talk, the highly raved about shade Pillow Talk. This is the Luminous Modern Matte Long Lasting Lipstick, so I'm gonna give that a shot. And then I also have a couple products here from Joah. So I have their Ice Cream Volume and Define Mascara, and then also their Brow Down to Me Precision Brow Pencil. So we do have quite a bit to try out today. I'm gonna start with the eyes, so why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so like I said, I am gonna start off with the eyes. So I don't have foundation. I don't have a new foundation or concealer, but I wanted to leave my face blank since I'm gonna be working with the Nars Ignited eyeshadow palette, and there is a lot of glittery, very shimmery shades in the palette. So I went ahead and swatched it. So this is what all of the shades look like. This palette is available now, and it is $59. You get 12 different shades inside. You have some mattes here. I swatched the row of mattes first, and then you have some shimmers, and then you also have some of these glitters. They almost kind of look like glitter toppers. This is part of their holiday collection. It is a limited edition palette. You do have a mirror on it as well. Reading from the Nars website, it says it has 12 multi-dimensional shades in matte, shimmer, and the glitter finishes. So I was really curious about this palette. I put it in a Will I Buy It recently, and I said I was going to be keeping my eye on it because I really liked the release that Nars had last year for their holiday. I think it was called the Wanted eyeshadow palette, but it had mostly the shimmer shades in here, and I was really liking this one because we do have the rows of the different mattes, so I just thought it would be really beautiful. And then I like that we have kind of more of these shimmers, and then we have glitters. I just kind of like the variety of the different shades in here, and it's more of a neutral palette, which is definitely more of my style, so I was curious about it. And then actually Nars did send it to me in PR, so a big thank you to Nars. I don't get all of their releases in PR, so I never really know what's coming to me. So when I opened this one up and I saw that it was this palette, I was just like, yes, oh man, I was so excited. And I did also, I do some of my PR hauls over on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm just March Beauty Word. And I do show some of the items that I'm getting in PR, and I've started to put polls up over there of what you guys want to see in these videos. Because prior to that, I was just kind of picking and choosing what I thought people would want to see. So I did some polls over there, and I had a couple of different eyeshadow palettes, but this one won by far. It was way, way, way ahead of everybody else. So you guys seemed really excited to see this palette. So I am quite excited to use it. So again, these are the swatches from the palette. I think I have an idea in mind because I kind of want to use the mattes, I kind of want to use the shimmers, and then I also kind of want to use a glitter topper just to kind of get an idea with the eyes. So let me get zoomed in a little bit more and grab some brushes. Okay, so I do have an eye primer down. I didn't set it because I'm going to be working with some more of those glittery shades, and I like it to be just a little bit more stickier when working with glitter shadows. So I just have an eye primer on, but I'm first going to jump into the second matte shade there, and I just have a blending brush from Morphe. This is the G24. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of that, and I'm going to blend that into the crease here. Kind of my first sit down video that I'm filming since getting back from my vacation. How are you guys doing? If you guys celebrated Thanksgiving, did you have any big plans? What did you do? I would love to know. We had so much fun down in Alabama and visiting my family and just hanging out. It was really chill. It was very chill. We did a few things around Alabama. We visited the Space and Rocket Center. You know, we took a tour on base and such. It's always interesting to see the different army bases and whatnot. So we took a little tour of there and saw everything that was inside base. But all in all, it was just really chill, hanging out at my sister's house with family, and just relaxing. It was quite nice. I really enjoyed it. But so I also want to take a shimmer. I think I'm going to do kind of this light pinky one here. That looks really pretty. It's not too pink. This one is really kind of that cranberry pink, but it's more, and it's not as light and peachy as the one on top. I'm just gonna grab a blending brush for this one. This is the 776 blending from Bdellium Tools. I'm just grab a little bit out. I wasn't quite sure which brush to use, but I'll try this one. I'm gonna kind of place this shade kind of in the center here. Blend it a little bit to the outer part of the eye, but mostly focusing this one like right in the center. That's really pretty. This is a dry brush. I wanted to try it dry before I sprayed it, and I figured since it was more shimmery versus glittery, I wouldn't have like too many issues with fallout. And that's looking really pretty. And then my plan is to put kind of a glitter more on the inner part of the eye and see how that works out. Also, did you guys buy anything during all the sales? I didn't buy anything at Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We were flying home on Friday, so that probably had something to do with it, but I was sitting in the airport most of the day, but I wasn't even really on my phone. I was editing some videos and also just trying to get caught up on reading and such. So I didn't really look at any of the sales, and like when we got home, we didn't get home till later that night, and I kind of just fell into bed. And then Saturday we were driving to pick our dog up and then driving home and all of that. And then, I don't know, Monday, which was yesterday as I'm filming this, I was just, you know, it was my first day back to work. Like I was trying to get caught up on everything and my emails. I feel like my comment section, I'm trying so hard to get caught up on there, but it is challenging to say the least. But I don't know, I was just doing so much of that, and I feel like there was a couple things in there that I was like, oh, you know, I could purchase that. You know, Dose of Colors had like buy one, get one for their liquid lipsticks at Ulta, and there was a couple other deals. Like Ulta had a lot of deals going on. There was a lot that I had, and I even have an Ulta gift card, but there was just so many things that I was like, I don't feel like I would buy that if it wasn't on sale. So do you really need it? You know, I don't know. Maybe it's like the end of the year spirit. Like you almost feel like decluttering items. Like that's kind of how I am right now. I'm more into decluttering and like giving away. I took so much makeup down to my family because I have my niece who's 19, my sister, my mom. I took so much makeup and skincare down there. My carry-on bag, I had just a giant purse with me, and I pretty much had it completely filled with palettes. It was like palettes, my wallet, my phone charger, and then palettes. That was it. Like it was so heavy. I remember coming back, and obviously I didn't have any more palettes in my purse, and I remember coming back and just being like, whoa, I feel like I can actually carry my purse again. It's not breaking my arm. But you know, I've been sending out some gifts to, you know, just people that I see commenting a lot, you know, trying to get some gifts out, and to my girlfriends and all of that. So I feel like that's kind of like my mood right now versus buying makeup for me. I'm just kind of more in like the you take it kind of mode, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I want to do one of these glitter shades, but I'm trying to decide which one. I'm gonna do this one right here on the bottom. I feel like that one is just the one that's calling out to me the most. I'm gonna use a dry brush, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna spray it mostly for like fallout. But also these look, I mean, just by the swatches, they look more of like glitter toppers, and they can typically benefit from having a little bit of a wet brush when applying them. But I'm just going to take the Sigma E56 and I'm going to apply this on the inner part of my eye. So yeah, I can see it and it's showing up, but I think it's just really going to benefit and give a little bit more of a pop if I do a wet brush. So I'm just going to spray that quickly. But yeah, so I was kind of surprised, and I mean, not even like makeup, but like clothes. I didn't buy any clothes, shoes. We didn't buy anything for the house. You know, we talked about a couple things that maybe we would like for the house. We didn't buy anything. Tech stuff. I was looking at a new camera, but I ended up not going through with it because I kind of got tripped up at the last minute. I was a little unsure what exactly I was buying, and then some of the reviews were kind of freaking me out, and I was like, I don't know, it's so expensive to invest in a camera. And I'm definitely going to come back to it and check it out, but I just kind of like panicked in that moment. I was like, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. So no, we didn't purchase anything. I don't know, did anyone else say strong? I feel like hopefully I don't regret anything. Like, you know, hopefully in a couple weeks I'm not like, oh, I kind of want to buy this. Oh, it was on sale 2 weeks ago for Cyber Monday. You know, I could have gotten a deal, but that's okay. That's all right. Just taking the shade and mostly focusing it on the inner part of the eye, but then also kind of just slightly overlapping that other shimmer shade that we laid down, just to give a little bit of glitter to it. I think that looks really pretty. It's not too like pow pow in your face, but I still think that it looks really pretty. If you want like a pretty glittery, shimmery look, but you don't want to go like too much, like you don't want to be too crazy, could be a good option for you. Okay, so this is what my eyes are looking like right now with the Nars Ignited palette. I did go ahead and do my foundation and concealer as my camera was cooling down, so I do have those added now. I'm liking the way that the eyes look so far, but I'm going to pause and my face for a little bit before we finish off the eye look, but just so far so good with the Ignited palette. Now, I almost tripped myself up because, like I said, I put my foundation concealer on, and then I was like, okay, so next I'm going to do the Hourglass palette because I wanted to use one of these like setting powders because it says you can use them to set all over your face. And then I was like, no, because I'm using actually a cream product, and you have to use the cream before you use the powder. So I'm like, I should probably do it because otherwise I'm going to get yelled at. So this is what we're gonna do. See, this is why I don't go for cream products a ton. I always forget. I have my order of steps that I go in, and then you throw in like a cream contour, a cream bronzer, and I'm like, oh man, now I'm all mixed up. But I purchased the Fenty Beauty Match Stick, and I'm really curious if this is gonna work for me. I've been saying in a few of my videos that I'm all of a sudden gravitating towards my my Benefit Hula Quickie contour stick. I don't know why I keep using it all of a sudden. So it's a cream, I use it as a cream bronzer. I'm like, why do I keep reaching for that? And this Fenty product, I've been eyeing for a while because I've heard really good things about it. A lot of people said they really enjoy it. I saw it in quite a few recommendations video from people I really enjoy, so I was like, should I do it? And I kept talking myself out of it because I'm like, you don't like this type of products, talk yourself out of it. And then finally, once I started using my Benefit one, where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it because it's really my only cream bronzer that I own. So this is what it looks like. I picked up the shade Mocha, and I was having such a hard time. I asked on my Instagram stories, I was like, what shade do you guys recommend? Because the shades, like this is described as, I pulled it up, I think it's deep with cool undertones, because you can use this as like foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, etc. So I was just having a really hard time picking out the shade. Multiple people said Mocha, and then this one is actually in a set because you can buy them as singles or you can buy them as a set. And this was, if I were to buy a set, this was the one that was included in there. So I was like, okay, this makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this, and I really don't know what to expect here. So I'm gonna try to do like a little swatch on my hand. Okay, so that's what Mocha looks like. So we'll see if I can use this as a bronzer. I'm very nervous. I don't do this a lot, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I wasn't sure if it'd be easier to blend out with a sponge, or I grabbed my little Sephora Rouge brush just so I can like put some sort of use to it because I never use it. But I'm trying to decide if I do this directly on my face. I'm so nervous. Look at me not knowing what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit. Oh yeah, so I like to put it on my hand because I watched the video with Nikki Tutorials when she had her makeup done by Rihanna's makeup artist. I believe she said with the matchsticks, you like warm them up on the back of your hand first and then you apply. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of make this weird face and do a little line. I don't wanna go like too much too soon. I can always add more, but definitely harder to take away. So we're just gonna start with that, and then I'm going to take the Sephora brush first and kind of try to blend it in. I don't know, I might have to use my sponge. Oh, I always get so nervous trying out products that I'm not super sure about on camera because I feel like so many people are at their screens like, no, don't do it, don't do that. And I'm like, dang it, I don't know what I'm doing. One of the funniest comments I've gotten, I mean, I don't think she meant it to be funny, but I take it pretty funny. Someone commented once and was like, I can't believe you get sent makeup by brands when you don't know how to do makeup. And I was like, same girl, same here. I don't think she meant it to be funny, but I took it as pretty funny. Okay, so I'm just blending that in with the brush. I will say I feel like it kind of dries quickly, so I'm glad I didn't do anything on my forehead yet as I blend these out. So if I use this again in the future, I will use this again in the future. When I use this again, I'll probably do one and then blend it out and then do the other. I feel like the shade's looking pretty good though. And I'll try it with the sponge too. I just honestly really wanted to use this brush because this was my VIB Rouge gift from last year. And I don't know if I've used it even one time. So it's like, come on now. So I'm just gonna blend that in. I don't think that's looking too bad. I don't know, almost made me a little patchy over here though. Patchy. Interesting. Okay. So I'll try it with a sponge also before I get too worked up over anything. Okay, so, and then I almost kind of want to try it applying it directly to the brush too. Do you guys do that? Are you supposed to do that? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a little bit on the forehead here. I'm like so worried I'm going in so gently, but that's what I did at first with the Benefit contour stick too. Like I just have to get used to it. You know, I have to get used to it. What's the best way that I've noticed to, you know, apply it and blend it out and all that stuff. So just gotta take my time, get used to a product. But have you guys tried this? I feel like I had pretty good like comments coming back on it, like on my Instagram stories with people messaging me with like shade ideas, and a lot of people were saying that they really liked it, but there was a few people that were like, this does not blend at all. So then I was like, oh no, what have I done? But have you guys tried this product yet? What do you think? It's not new or anything like that, but you know me, I'm really never on top of the new releases. I like to watch reviews. I think it makes me a terrible YouTube channel, but you know, that's okay. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna leave it for right now with the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks. I will definitely be giving this more of a try. These are $25 each. Again, I have my 20% off with that Sephora sale, but I'll definitely keep trying it and I'll try it out a couple different ways. As always, when I'm doing trying new makeup videos, I'll come back and give my reviews in a couple weeks here and see how I like it. I do feel like this side is just, I don't feel like it looks like as smooth as when I do my Benefit. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if I love it. I feel like my forehead looks pretty good, but like my cheeks don't look great. But I'll try it with a sponge. I'll try it a couple different ways and see what I'm feeling about it. But that is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick. So next up, I'm going to go into the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4 palette. This was sent to me as a gift from Jennifer. She wrote me a really sweet letter into my P.O. box and she sent me along this palette. And first of all, her letter, first of all, her letter meant a lot to me. I've been getting a lot of letters to my P.O. box since I've been kind of opening up a little bit more in the Chatty Get Ready With Me videos. And they just really mean a lot to me. So thank you to everyone who's taken the time to write me a letter or an email or a message or anything like that. Jennifer's letter was very, very touching, and I'm really happy to hear that you are doing so well, Jennifer. Yes, okay. I'm gonna wrap it up there before I start getting upset, because I wasn't gonna get upset in this video. But she also sent along this palette. She said that she saw that I wanted to pick it up during the sale, and I ended up, you know, saying no, because it is a very pricey palette and I was just unsure about it. So when I opened it up and saw this too, I was just all sorts of overwhelmed. So a big thank you to Jennifer for this. But this is what the palette looks like. So you have the 6 different shades in here, and you do have a mirror. So I was looking, it says that you can use these first 2 shades to like set the face. This is a bronzer. These 2 can be used as blushes, and it says this one is a highlight. So I'm gonna go, oh gosh, ooh, they're really soft. Here are some swatches from the palette. Hopefully you can see those. Okay, they're really light shades, but again, like the first 2 are like face setting powders. The highlight here is pretty subtle. It does have some sparkle to it. The 2 blushes do look pretty. Again, I don't know if they swatch the best. One is more of like a pinky color, one is a little bit more berry, and then we have like that soft bronzer as well. I've tried some of the Hourglass powders in the past, and I think definitely, you know, a lot of them that I've tried, they're not overly pigmented. They're really soft, more like subtle powders for the face. So I am excited to give this one a shot. Now I don't know how to set all over my face if I've already done my bronzer. I really don't like how that bronzer is looking. Try to just do a little something something here just to see what it looks like. I'm gonna grab the middle shade. Actually, this is from Moda. It is their powder brush. So I'm just gonna pick up a little here and just kind of apply it around the contour that I did. You can kind of clean up the contour because I usually take it pretty low. And then just a little bit like on the center of my forehead here, just to see if I can maybe see a difference. I feel like it's just a bit of a subtle difference, but I like that I can see one. I can definitely tell that I put a powder down, but it's not like too powdery or anything like that. It's almost just a little bit, it almost, okay, this is weird. It almost looks a little bit more mattifying, but almost a little bit more glowy at the same time, which doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'll be excited to try it when I can really try it all over my face without using a cream product. But next I'm gonna jump into this bronzer shade here. I'm gonna grab my Sigma F30, and I'm just gonna kind of slightly go over that Fenty bronzer, and maybe it'll help even things out just a little bit here. Yeah, and that's definitely kind of more of a glowy bronzer, not like shimmery or anything, but just a bit of a glow. I feel like I like what that did. I like kind of the glowy sheen to it, and I feel like it helps me like the Fenty bronzer just a little bit better. So okay, so far so good. And then I do want to try the blush. I think I'm going to go for this berry blush since my eye look is a little bit more on the purpley side, and I'm going to apply that with my Moda angled brush. Ooh, that's pretty. Definitely a very glowy blush. I can see a bit of a sheen with this one. But it's really pretty. It shows up right away, and I think that looks really nice. So that's where I'm going to end with the Hourglass palette for now. I'll come in a little bit and try this highlight here and see what I think of it, or see. I usually like more of like a pop-in highlight, so I'll see if I want to top that with anything. But I think next I want to do my brows. Alrighty, so for brows, I'm going to jump into the brow pencil from Joah Cosmetics. Now, I found this brand at Gen Beauty. I think they are a newer brand under Kiss Makeup. It is inspired by K-Beauty, and they are also sold exclusively at CVS. So if you do have a CVS in your area, they're kind of like a drugstore, like a Walgreens type. We actually do have them here in Iowa. You should be able to find the brand there. So this is the Brow Down To Me Precision Brow Pencil, and this is $9.50. And Joah did send me a PR package with a bunch of different things, like I was saying. So I'm going to be trying out some more product from them, and I'll definitely come back and let you know how everything is working for me. But I thought we could try the brow pencil together on camera. So this is what the pencil looks like. So you have kind of that fine tip on one side and then the spoolie on the other side. So we will just go ahead and give this a shot. So what I do first is just kind of spoolie up my brows here and get them in the shape that I want them, and then I fill in. I feel like I've been doing brows a little bit more on camera here, like I've been trying out some new products. So I fill in the line underneath, and then I just kind of sketch in the rest of the brow. And I also have to do like a little line on top here, and I fill it all in. I go kind of in and out of focus when I do brows, but I try. I'm gonna do some hair-like strokes in here. So far, so good. I like the way that this feels. I'm not a big, like, waxy brow gal, and I feel like this one's not too waxy. It feels really similar. Like, it feels similar to the Benefit Precisely My Brow, but not as smooth. I feel like the Benefit is just a little bit more smoother. This one, I feel like I have to tug a little bit, but not as much as like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I feel like I really tug a lot with that one. And even like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which is supposed to be that Anastasia dupe, I again feel like I have to really be tugging at my brows. I'm just gonna kind of spoolie them through and then check for any sparse areas that I need to fill in. So far so good, and I really do like the shade on this one. Again, this one was Cool Taupe. Have you guys heard of the brand Joah Beauty yet, or have you tried any products from them? I got like a setting powder and a primer. I did get like an eyeshadow palette, a blush and bronzer. So I have quite a few products that I'm going to be testing out from them, which has me pretty excited. Okay, my left brow is always a bit trickier to fill in, and I felt like I kind of had a harder time with this one because I don't have as much hair or as much of like a structure as my other brow, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. So again, I don't mind this pencil. Just the biggest con I would say is that I feel like it's not as smooth as I would like it to be, but I also don't feel like it's the hardest brow pencil that I've ever worked with. And I like that it has the spoolie on the end, and I like the shade. So far so good for that one. Now I'm going to switch it back and finish off the eyes here. I added a little brown to the waterline, and then I think I'm going to come in with this kind of more like cranberry pinky shimmery shade, and I'm just going to pick up a pencil brush. This one is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of this and run it along the lower lash line because I wanted to do a little bit of color down here, but also a little bit of shimmer. And then I'm also going to blend that out with a matte, and I'm going to take it all the way from inner to outer here. Okay, and then I kind of want to blend that out too, but the first matte that I used was actually a lot darker than I thought that it was going to be on the eyes. It didn't look that deep in the pan, so I'm going to come with the first matte shade instead, which looks kind of more of like a tan brown, and I'm just going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend it. It just kind of helps me get a smokier lower lash line, which I prefer, without adding like too much color and going too overboard there. And especially with using pinky colors on the lower lash line, I like to blend it with some sort of a more neutral color for me, because it helps make me not look sick. Because sometimes if I use too much pink or like berry, or even, you know, like red tones on the eyes, I can end up looking like, you know, maybe I got like pink eye, some allergies going on, maybe a cold, you know, all that fun stuff. So I'm just gonna blend out that shade there. So I think that looks pretty good. And then I wanna do some glitter on the inner part of my eye. So I'm gonna grab out this Sigma LO4. It's just a really small lip brush. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. I really did not get a lot of fallout on my face though with those glitters, which I was very happy about. Even before I sprayed my brush, I didn't notice much with that. And I'm going to grab out this top kind of pinky glittery shade here. And I'm going to add just a little bit to the inner part of my eyes for a little pop here. Ooh, I think that shade is really beautiful. I think that would be really pretty all over the lid also. Ooh. Like touch my brow bone with that shade, not adding any new product, just lightly tap it there. Okay, I like the way that this eye look came out. It's not anything like groundbreaking by any means, but I really like it. And I feel like this glitter shade that we use, it almost kind of does look a little bit more wet on the eyes. I really like how that all came together. So so far so good. So I'm going to finish it off with mascara, and I have this one here also from Joah. So this is their Ice Cream Volume and Define Mascara. So here is what the mascara looks like. This is $8.50. That's what the wand looks like. So kind of larger at the bottom there, and then it gets a little bit more pointed towards the end. It's supposed to be for volume and define. So let's see what I think. So this is my lashes. I did 2 coats of mascara like I normally do. So I definitely feel like it gave them volume but also length. And I agree about the defining part because it really helped to separate the lashes. So I think that they look pretty good. So far so good. I like false lashes. I like really va-va-voom lashes. But if I'm just going for, you know, a no lash day, I think that this mascara looks pretty good actually. So that's pretty exciting to find a good affordable mascara. I do want to see how it wears throughout the day. I still got some plans tonight. Woo! Having dinner and a movie, going to a movie with some girlfriends, so I will see how it wears throughout the whole day and into tonight, because I'm going to have this makeup on for quite some time. So I'll be putting this and everything else to the test today, but that's going to finish it off for the eye look, and then I'm going to come back into the Hourglass palette, and I'm going to pick up that highlighting shade right here. I just have my Sigma F03 brush, so we will go ahead and apply this to the cheekbones here. Okay, so I can tell right off the bat it is going to be more subtle than I normally go for, but it's not like too, like, I don't know. I think I was expecting it to just like not show up at all, but I do think that you can see it. I'm just going to build it up a little bit because that's my preference here. But if you like kind of like that natural, more like lit from within style of glow, this could definitely be it for you. And if I have those days, you know, I could reach into this palette. But I'm glad that it shows up more than I was thinking, because I was really worried, because one of the first Hourglass ambient lighting powders I tried was considered a highlighter, and I was like, no. And it made me a little bit hesitant to try the Hourglass powder some more. I mean, there's definitely a great market for them. You know, not everybody wants that Seen from Space highlighter, so there's definitely a great market for them, but I got a little bit scared off, so I'm just going to add a little bit on the nose as well, and then that's what we're going to do for the highlight. Okay, so then I just have lips to finish off with. So I've talked in the past, I purchased a lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. It was her, I think it was the Hot Lips lipstick, and it was in the shade Kim K or Kim KW for Kim Kardashian, and I did not love it. I ended up selling it because I did purchase it myself. I ended up selling it on my Poshmark, and I hope whoever bought it loved it a lot more than I did, because I did not like that one. But so many people are like, try Pillow Talk, try the Matte Revolution lipsticks. These are $34. I was like, you know what, fine, I'll try again. I'll try again and I'll see how I do, because, you know, it's hard to just judge on one thing, one shade. You know, I didn't love the shade, but I also wasn't digging the formula, so I'm going to give it a try again. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk is like so well known. She came out with a whole Pillow Talk collection, so I'm going to give this one a try. So this is what the packaging looks like, and I figured if I had 20%, I was like, okay, that's the time to do it. So here is what Pillow Talk looks like, and then I'll do a little swatch here as well. So it's kind of like that nude pink. So I think that I will like the shade. So let's go ahead and get this on my lips. So here's what this one is looking like. So on the Sephora website, it says it's a matte lipstick that features a long-lasting, buildable, and hydrating formula. So I will agree with that, because a lot of times with matte bullet lipsticks, I can find them to be a little bit like tuggy on the lips and kind of harder to apply. This one felt super creamy. As I was applying it, I was like, wait, was this a cream or a matte lipstick? Because it definitely felt more creamy and easy to apply on the lips, which I really do like. I think it looks really good on my lips. I like this color a lot more than I like the Kim KW, but when I used the Hot Lips lipstick, it like wouldn't, it was almost like it wouldn't stick to the middle part of my lips, and it just kind of kept flaking off. I deal with like dry lips, so I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it was just very unflattering. The first time I used it, I was doing an Instagram video and like an Instagram tutorial, and someone was like, that lipstick does not look good on you, and I was like, I know, I agree. But I like this one a lot more so far, so good. So far, so I really wanted to like a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, I'm not gonna lie, because I hear some good things about them. So we will see how Pillow Talk goes. I'll wear it. I'll see how the long-lasting power of it is and how many times I have to reapply. I don't know what we're doing for dinner tonight. Maybe nachos, who knows? But I'll see how it lasts and how many times I have to reapply, and see how buildable it is and all of that. So I will wear this makeup all day and let you guys know what I think in a follow-up video. But that is gonna do it for today's video. But to run through everything quickly, the Nars Ignited palette, so far I really like it. You know, I only tried a handful of shades out of here, but I think that I'm going to like this palette. You will definitely have to decide for yourself if $59 is, you know, to me that's really expensive for a palette. So you'll have to, you know, decide if that's what you're okay spending with for an eyeshadow palette. But I really like the way that this look came out. Again, I don't feel like it's anything like super groundbreaking or anything, but I really like it. I found it really easy to work with, the mattes, the shimmers, and the glitters. So far so good. I'm excited to create more looks with this one and see how I like it. The Hourglass palette, I'm also liking this one too. A big thank you to Jennifer for sending this to me so I could try it out. I'm really curious to try the face shades all over when I don't use that cream product, to really try to get a feel for it, because those are the ones I'm pretty curious about. I liked the bronzer. I think it kind of helped save that Fenty bronzer as well. I like the blush and the highlight, you know, subtle highlight, but if that's your thing, then I bet that you would really like this one. So I'm excited to keep trying the Hourglass palette as well. Really excited to have that one in my collection. The Fenty Matchstick, I'm a little unsure about. You know, I'm definitely going to try it a few more times and a few different ways to apply it. I'd love to know if you guys have any suggestions for me of the best ways to apply it. I just felt like it was slightly patchy and it definitely dries quicker. So next time I'll also try to be a little bit quicker blending it out, and you know, maybe that's just the issue there. So I will definitely try this one a few more times. For the Joah Beauty products, I was pretty happy with these. So again, they're a CVS exclusive, so they're drugstore prices. The brow pencil I quite enjoyed, and the mascara I thought was really nice also. So that's pretty good. So I'm excited to try out a few more products here from Joah. And then I think the last one I had here was I always end up with like such a mess when I do these videos. I'm like, is this the last one? But the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, I feel like I'm going to be a lot more happy with this one. I still feel like it looks like it has a bit of a cream finish to it, so I'll have to see like if it ends up looking matte. I don't think it'll dry down matte like a liquid lipstick or anything, but have more of like that matte lip look. I don't know. We will see how it goes, and I will check back in a couple weeks and let you guys know how everything has gone for me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know it was probably a longer one, so thank you for sticking with me. We had a lot to try out this week, since I kind of took last week off from trying new makeup and just did a chatty get ready with me video. But let me know what you thought down in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.